All right, get you a blank screen. This is a 100 mesh count, 16 by 20 screen. Got this from Blick Art, a local art store by my house. Get you some signed vinyl, some transfer tape, medium tack transfer tape. You do not want it to be too sticky. Get you a squeegee, a vinyl weeder. You need a vinyl cutter, a computer, and a simple image. Let's go to the computer. All right, then you want to pick your logo or your text. I'm using my logo right here, something simple so my vinyl cutter can handle it and print it out precisely. This way it goes on the back of the screen. I get a clean print. The screen is 16 by 20. The logo was 10 by 12. You want to make sure it fits in the screen. You got a couple of inches on each side so you could slide the ink across the screen and get a nice clean print. You want to make sure you mirror the image before you print it and print it out center so you get it right in the middle of your vinyl. All right, then make sure your vinyl piece is bigger than your screen. As you can see, we got a little bit of space around it. And then make sure you center your image when you print it on your vinyl cutter. All right, then you can cut your vinyl. All right, now you can weed your image out. So now I'm gonna take my transfer tape and put it on top of the vinyl. Get you some scissors or a rotary cutter to cut it, and your squeegee to smooth it on top of the vinyl. All right, so I'm gonna measure it out. I like to make it a little bit longer so I can stick it to something besides the vinyl first, so you get a nice, clean, smooth transfer. I'm gonna hold the transfer tape on an angle with a little bit of pressure without touching the vinyl. Then I'm gonna come with the squeegee and I'm gonna let the squeegee do the work and push the transfer tape on the vinyl. Get it nice and smooth without no air bubbles. That's just key. You wanna make sure it's nice and smooth, there's no air bubbles, because it'll be so much easier to transfer the vinyl to the screen when it's done this way. All right, then you can peel your vinyl off. I start with a little corner, peel it, and I'm gonna turn it around, peel it off. This is why I mirrored the image before I printed it. So now all you gotta do is just place the screen on top. All right, then you can take your screen. Now you see why I made you cut it bigger than the actual screen, the piece of vinyl. So now you don't need no tape. Get it as close as I can to the edge. Make sure it's nice and centered. Drop it down. Take my squeegee. Get it nice and flat. All right, then I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna remove the transfer tape. Be very slow and careful with this, but this is also why it's important to use the medium tack transfer tape so it's not too hard to peel off of the vinyl. All right, so we're gonna go nice and slow. Make sure this is. I'm gonna bend this over so it's nice and smooth so when I peel this off. Nice and slow. You see I'm peeling it like all the way back like this. Now a little vinyl might come up as you do this. So you could do it like this, or you could flip it over, put it like this as well. Okay. Oh, see, it's coming up right there. So let me get my squeegee, put it down. Sometimes it helps to go on an angle as well. What I found doing this method is the simpler the image or the text, the easier it is to come off. And sometimes you could get the same brand vinyl. This is Oracal vinyl. And sometimes it comes right off and nothing comes off the back of the screen when I'm trying to take the transfer tape off. When you have a text or image with thin lines, like you can see my logo right here, there's the thin lines on the end. There's less adhesive on the vinyl, so it's a little bit harder for it to stick. So just take your time, make sure you squeeze it really good, and then slowly pull off that transfer tape. Fold over the sides. Turn it over. Give it a good squeegee. Make sure everything is flat and nice and connected. Just gonna trim the little bit of excess that's over here on the edges so it all goes nice and smooth. All right, now I got a screen ready to print. I'm gonna make me a t-shirt. Now I can use this for multiple prints, but once you're done with it, take the vinyl off the back, clean it, and make another one. Now let's go make a tee. Make sure it's nice and flat here. You could put a piece of cardboard, you could put a piece of wood, whatever to make it nice and flat. Take your screen, line it up where you want to print it on your shirt. I'm gonna go with the center. Get you some screen print ink. This is Jacquard. I'm gonna go with the white. Get you a squeegee. Mix it up nice and good. As you can see, I made sure the ink is wider than the image. And I'm using a plastic knife right here to spread the ink on the screen. Get your squeegee. Make sure it's nice and flat, Then you can flood the screen with the ink, and as you do this, make sure you put some pressure as you slide the ink over the image and make sure it's completely covered and go over it a couple times. Now I can remove the screen and I'm gonna pull it up on an angle. I'm gonna pull the front first towards the back as you see me doing right here. It may stick to the shirt a little bit, so be careful. Then you wanna cure the ink. You could use the heat gun, but don't get too close and burn the shirt, or you could use your heat press. And this is how you could screen print a t-shirt at home using sound vinyl. Look at that. Came out nice and clean. And remember, just create.